Demo review for Zachle. Want help with utility usage and help not getting tilted. This is one of the worst games recently, and I thought I struggled with getting tilted. Panorama, I noticed my utility usage is also poor. I did okay, but there's some games where I can't get the point. A point of utility damage. I would say utility damage is not very important. I realized they added that utility damage. Simply not very important. I mean, flashbangs and smokes are much more important, and they don't even mention that. I guess they have enemies flash, but it doesn't say for how long. It doesn't say for. Doesn't say whether that led to a kill. Doesn't say anything. Ooh. Okay, so you saw him cross. You need to be careful about him just like charging you. Ooh. Yes. You almost died there. That was a little questionable. When you're running away like that, he could just easily kind of come at you. Okay, your whole team was alive and they planted. That's a bit of a misrotation. All four of them are on site, so y'all should hopefully be working to take this site together. I realize that that level of coordination usually doesn't happen. Like this guy's peeking truck off on his own. Kill. Anytime you're on that ladder, not accurate. Yeah, so same issue. That you're not realizing this guy could just be charging you. So you almost died again there. Yeah, definitely be a little careful. We're about to get naded or not. Definitely be a little careful about trying to hold two angles at once. So you don't want to be working with your teammate on this. So you need to be telling him to be ready down to help you, especially since you're this guy. You can hear this guy, so you should be screaming at your teammate that he's down. Yeah, your teammate kind of misplayed that, but it looked like he was not ready for the enemy to be out there, which is something you should have called. Too much to throw around, so we'll just skip it. How good your smoke did. Okay, so there's a big gap. Smoke, you usually don't want that. What's with all this jumping? Slowing you down. Slowing your rotation down. Yeah, I think you're distracting yourself with pulling out your pistol, pulling out your knife, pulling out your gun, jumping around. Just concentrate on what you need to do. Fine. That one has less of a smoke. But your teammate was opping, so maybe that smoke wasn't the best idea. Okay. And just then, the reason that flash missed is because you shifted to the right just as you threw it, and that caused that momentum to the right to be added to your flash.
Deploying flashbang. Grenade out.
It's a kind of unnecessary push.
Of course.
And right now you're just expecting no one to be B, when clearly it is not the case. This guy's in sunroom. At that distance, you don't want to spray that much. I think. Want a couple round bursts. Also, you didn't need to fight him. You easily just run away. Or 1v5. Right here is you should have asked someone for a drop rather than scouting them forward would be much better.
Throwing flashbang. Fire in the hole. Flashbang.
Okay, now you've got 2 sniper rifles covering B, which is not all that great. So that's a good smoke. So it's blocking both these angles. You could easily get into checkers.
Throwing fire. Deploying flashbang.
And if your guy middle dies, they could come vents. I guess you left a teammate. So that's okay. That was okay. I didn't see him on the mini map. You shooting like that tells the enemy where you are.
Let's go.
So you should, yeah, I'd say go mid or A, because you don't want 2 ops at B. So that's fine.
Deploying flashbang.
But then he didn't go in the hole, bounced it backwards. So you could be playing off this gap in the smoke here. Right, so rather than that angle, just take like this angle. Try to work that gap in the smoke.
Flashbang. Flashbang.
Okay, so that flash you threw would not have, I don't think it would have flashed anybody in
Throwing flashbang.
actually in mid, because it was very high. Alright, land popped up there, so anybody in mid would not have been flashed.
Deploying flashbang.
Okay, so again, this is not being careful. Just not being almost like you don't believe the enemy is a threat. Okay.
Smoke.
And a lot of your deaths have been just like at the end of the round. So like this 1 in 7, like at least 2 or 3 was like 1v5 and your death led to the team winning. So it's another, you know, way of realizing you know, the scoreboard doesn't tell the whole story all the time. Especially if you know, you're holding B with your teammate and your teammate gets all the kills every time they went B. Like, you're not gonna have a lot of kills. Okay, so that's gonna be a team flash. There. Flash the shit out of both your teammates. And let them out. So that's really questionable utility usage. Also, I think you could hear them jumping up onto the catwalk. Hey, yeah, yeah, so again, this is another 1v something situation where you died. 1v3 and you died. So it's just like, you know, if you want to stop dying like that, just don't be aggressive, or try to be more careful about its last opponent. Especially if you're dying a lot, you're gonna have much less money than your team, right? Well, you have 3,500, but not that low.
Throwing grenade.
Careful about that. Molly.
Deploying flashbang. Incendiary out. Flashbang. Throwing smoke.
That's kind of bad luck. Maybe you could have hit that shot, but that's a little bit of bad luck.
Incendiary out.
Yeah, and like, you gotta realize the timing. If you're not there super quickly, the terrorists can be there before you, which in this case this guy was, but both of y'all didn't see each other. You didn't see that guy.
Throwing fire. Fire in the hole.
You're in a good spot.
Throwing flashbang.
There's no need to peek here. And hold your gun out. Come on. This is, again, not being careful. Like, you're not even moving. Pulling your knife out right here doesn't actually do anything. And then, you're worried about the guy vent, which is understandable. But when that opera shoots is your window. Hey, look, that was a good round. They didn't even break vents, so that maybe being worried about that not super important. 4K, 3K, whatever.
Incendiary.
Yeah, so to support that opper, right, generally he's gonna want to take one shot and run. Usually what I do is I hold the flash out. If he's re-peeking, you know, I don't think that's a good idea by him, but
Throwing smoke.
he's re-peeking. And again, I think that's a bad smoke because it leaves this huge gap. Maybe you're trying to play off the gap, but alright, a lot of weird things happening this round, but be careful, you team flash the shit out of your teammate. Like, if you want to fix your utility usage, not team flashing would be a good attempt to fix. And then fixing this smoke that you throw.
Deploying flashbang.
I don't know what that was. I don't even think that flash went out far enough.
Incendiary out. Throwing a grenade. Throwing a grenade.
I could go check that, but I think just
Smoke.
earning better flashes is good. I would say you should really be backing your teammate up here. Running in with an op. You don't want them to get the op.
Flashbang.
See, now that's a good flash. That's a good flash. Although, you really have to be super careful about... Alright, when they kill your teammate with that op, he's gonna be going for the op. Usually. I don't know why he didn't this time. Maybe he found a gun or something, but...
Fire in the hole.
yeah, so what is this guy, what does your opera teammate want?
Smoke. Throwing
He
flashbang.
wants to not be overrun. Apparently he wants to be aggressive, but
Throwing a grenade. Throwing smoke.
yeah, be careful about this. Like, you don't know that there's nobody in middle right here. You don't know that this guy's not about to peek you. Oh my god, running through that. You don't know where they are. You didn't even check your corners. You didn't check. You're just not playing very carefully at all.
Bang.
That flash didn't work. And it also may have told them where you were. I don't know why you're doing this. Wait for your teammates. They're on the flank, and they know they're in A.
I'm planting the bomb. Grenade out. Smoke. Throwing a flashbang. Throwing a flashbang.
Okay, so now your teammate's peeking out. It'd be better to be up there, maybe with him. You don't like. Generally, I'd say you don't need to risk your life for your teammate. But if he's going crazy like this,
Flashbang.
uh, Ooh. Yeah, usually what I do when I open this door, you open and then just strafe left and right because it's a harder spot here. Because even if your teammate's coming out here, you can't see barrel this guy. You can't see barrel this guys unless he's past you. Generally, door guy wants to check this angle, maybe a help forklift.
Negative.
Then once you know this angle, it's really hard to win that fight because you're so far away. The USP does much better at distance. Okay, so you shouldn't turn this corner with the nade out because the enemies could be right there, which is exactly what happened here. Your smoke middle of sight, I'm not sure that's super useful because it doesn't block off sight, it doesn't block off tree, it doesn't block off heaven. Unless you're playing around the smoke, not super good place. For you, it's blocking off triple. Alright. Yeah, that was your positioning was so aggressive. Maybe that was okay because you didn't have any covering B main, but like if you're right here and you miss, you have to run backwards and sideways. If you're right here, you miss, you're just sideways and then you're covered. This goes. Ooh. Front to sight smoke. Yeah, yeah. Team is stagger bot here. You're never gonna hit that guy if you're moving while you do that shot. You had a teammate with you, they could have traded you there. Bison. No. Bad idea. No. Bison, no armor. Even worse idea. No. Good. Yeah. Smoke worked perfect. I don't know. I don't know if it's a really super good idea to take the bomb by yourself long. Okay. So again, you need to, like, the door guy's best role is to clear out this angle. I mentioned that earlier. That angle is what your main enemy is. See, plant is fine. One offer, y'all better not lose this. Good. Also, I think if you had thrown that flash, your teammates were already wanting to come out, so it would have just been another team flash. That flash worked. Okay, so that's a CT smoke, so you gotta be careful about that. Perfect. Yeah, you got two. Not bad. Bit of, I don't know, could have been a little different. You're very vulnerable when you jump up on the vents. The little box. So be a little careful of that. I don't know if that was your smoke again. Okay, so that's the second time you were killed by an R8. And I'll tell you what, I have the R8 enabled, and its specific purpose is to piss people off. So if those two deaths are pissing you off, just realize that's the entire purpose of the R8. So that dude was blind when he shot you. So it's just super bad luck. If you know an opper's holding an angle and you want to flash him off it, you can just throw the flash and then wait for his shot. Another option. The guy with the R8 on the other team, yeah, I know. They got him twice. Both times this guy was standing still for the most part. Like R8 is so difficult to hit anyone moving. Generally, it's harder to hit someone moving, but R8 is nearly impossible to hit someone who's moving with any accuracy. Okay, so all right, you're wanting to go in. I see that. Your teammates need to be behind you and ready to go, and I hope they are. Right. So if that's your plan here. Yeah. Didn't get traded. Goes the entries to try and get traded a little bit. Yeah, you're turning corners with nades out when you really shouldn't be. You shouldn't be throwing this smoke. You should have died there. One of your teammates should have died. I like the aggression here. You didn't clear sight. Possible your teammate may have needed help with that, but since it worked out, we'll say it's okay. Okay, you still have 7 bullets. There's no need to reload here. I think it's a little bit of panic because you shot him a lot. Right now, that dude is 33 health, so two more bullets will kill him. Right, and I said once you hit him once, go for that headshot. You were also close enough that burst shot was viable in that situation. Switching to burst, in the middle of the firefight, I wouldn't have recommended switching before because he would have heard it. But that's another possible strategy that could have worked there.
Roger that.
Okay, so now you know that he's opping. Okay, you smoke. You don't want to smoke that off. You want to smoke this off. You want to get into checkers and you want checkers control, yeah. So I think you're about to try to flash your team in, but one of the problems with that flash is that if it goes down here, the guy checkers isn't hit by it, and the guy sight can easily just block it. I think hiding is an okay choice. Possibly trading your teammate would have maybe been a better idea, but he was taking a fight. Maybe he should have get the trade anyway. So that's fine. Now is not the time to practice your spray control. And again, your team has no idea where this other guy is. He could be anywhere. You could be in here, but you're now running with your knife out, just assuming, like, not checking any corners, and assuming that you're invincible. That worked. Yeah.
Throwing flashbang.
That worked. Again, you gotta be super careful about a guy white box just holding that fence angle. Good trade.
Planted.
Okay, so you've done this aggression a couple of rounds in a row, so right now, if I was them, I'd be expecting it. I would expect someone in tree room. This nifty guy, he knows it.
Grenade.
Oh, you gotta be more careful about coming to a complete stop before you shoot at that guy. You're definitely still moving in that situation. That's why none of your bullets really hit him. Maybe like one hit him, but it wasn't even the first one.
Decoys out. Deploying decoy.
Okay, so you've got the bomb, so you gotta be careful about this, because if they do some aggression, kill you, like somebody pushes long A and kills you, like that could happen. You don't have a teammate backing you up, trade you even. Right now you should be looking to go towards B to help your team, or throw the bomb back at. Come on, don't be a dick. Throw it at mid, so you don't have to run all the way back. Like, you're not being super sneaky. Like, once you throw that nade, they know there's someone in A main. They know that. Where's your smoke? I don't have a smoke. Could you afford a smoke? Could have afforded a smoke. Oh, you threw your smoke at mid, but didn't go out mid. Okay, that's one of the downsides to jumping around corners. If they're close and ready for it, die. Because while you're in the air with an AK, you can't hit anything. Jumping around corners is not ideal. Not ideal. So if your teammates, oh, maybe they do need help. I was gonna say, if your teammates don't need help taking sight, you can watch the flank. Yeah, again, be careful with the moving. You have to come to a complete stop. Okay, so now you know where this guy is. You gotta work with your teammate and take him down. So distance is your friend against a shotgun, right? Yeah. Or just bait him shooting at your teammate. That's good. Bait isn't always a negative thing. You want to trade. The point of baiting is to get trades. So there's okay strat there. Yeah, I would just say the main things are that you need to be much more careful in general. Kind of run around like you're invincible when you in fact are not invincible. Yeah, be careful about the team flashes. I think your flashes hit more teammates than enemies. Then when you're smoking B, make sure that you hit the smoke so that there's no gaps in it. And then sort of work on playing appropriately off your teammate. If he's opping, don't smoke it. And when he shoots, you throw your flash. And you have to communicate that. Say, when you shoot, I'm going to flash. Because you don't want... the timing works out so that if he sees an enemy and shoots, he could get overrun by 3 or 4 guys. And then you're sitting there with the flash out, or your gun out, and then you get overrun by the other 2 that, you know. So yeah, I guess I'll call it here. Good luck in your future matches.